Hey, my name is Kristen Leek, and I am a product of Tech Talent South. I was not asked by Tech Talent South to do this video. I just know I had a lot of uncertainties, had a lot of questions that weren't being answered. So today I am bringing to you 10 things that I wish I knew before my very first day of coding bootcamp class. 1, it's challenging. No, really, it's really hard, and they tell you it's gonna be hard, and everyone knows it's gonna be hard, but it's really hard. Like, you're gonna be hitting walls, your teacher is gonna push you, you're gonna go through material really freaking fast. Well, a lot of people actually break down. I broke down. I think it was maybe the third week. I was in tears and I was so frustrated, and you just really push your limits and you do not realize that. You say you do, but you don't realize that. It's going to be 20 times harder than you think it really is going to be. Second, whomever you tell you're going to do a coding boot camp will most likely have a negative reaction, or they're going to think it's a scam, or they're going to think it's too expensive, and you just need to be prepared for that type of feedback and do not let it question your decision to do this, because it's definitely changed my life for the good. 3, everyone in your cohort is not going to make it till the end. You need to make sure this is truly what you want to do, and make sure that you are in a right place in your life right now. Make sure that you can put in this time and effort to devote yourself to this class. We had one person who was very smart, but after the second week, she just started disappearing. It's a serious commitment, and sometimes there are things outside of our lives that make you miss class. Homework takes forever, and it seems really simple. Like, when you go through it with the teacher and they walk you through the steps how to complete homework, and so you think, okay, yeah, we got a class 12:30. I'm gonna go, get a beer with my classmates, chill out, get lunch, and then I'll start my homework around 5 or 6 o'clock at night. No, don't do that, because you're so new. Your brain is learning how to problem solve and to think like a computer. So the smallest homework assignments take hours and hours, and you're up late almost every single weeknight. So definitely start early. Know that you should prioritize sleep. Take care of yourself. If you don't finish homework assignment by 10, 11 o'clock, just call it a night, go to bed. I mean, you'll have something to show for. You may not finish, you can always finish over the weekend, but many of us would stay up late, and you just drink 4 cups of coffee during class, and you're not absorbing the material as you should. And the lessons are so fast, so you have to keep up with the teacher, and it's exhausting. Like, even without all the coffee and having 9 hours of sleep, it's exhausting. So take care of yourself, prioritize sleep. Bug your teachers outside of class. That is what they're here for, and you're only in this program for 8 or 12 weeks, so take advantage of that resource. When they give you, a way to contact them, for us we use Slack, which is pretty much instant messaging. So when they say, hey, Slack me if you have any questions about homework, do it. You're doing yourself a disservice by making yourself struggle and figure things out on your own. Help is there, and use it. Ask every little question you have in class, even if you think it's stupid, because for one, there's always someone else who's wondering the same thing but just doesn't want to disrupt the flow and the speed of the class, or they're just too shy. And two, in coding, sometimes things are very specific, like the smallest little details, the one little semicolon that the teacher puts on there is really important, or capitalizing or not capitalizing, or using different types of quotation marks. Like, those are things you need to know. And if you notice something that seems off to you, or you just don't know if you need to keep doing it every time when you code in a certain language, whatever you're learning, you need to ask to find out. You're not going to know. You're just going to struggle because your code's broken and you're going to be frustrated while you do homework. So it's really important. Now, the biggest thing that everyone experiences, which blows my mind, is that we all think the person next to us in class or whomever is doing better than us. We think someone else is grasping the information a lot faster, and you think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I understand this? Why is this so hard for me? No, it's hard for everyone in the class. No one is going home and reading all these books to be the best student in class. Everyone's doing the same thing as you. You're doing your homework, you're struggling, you're asking each other questions. Like, everyone's on the same level. So you definitely are not alone. Your classmates are going to become your best friends. I mean, think about it. You are going to be in a room for multiple hours, about every single day for 8 or 12 weeks, depending on your program, and you have no choice but to become friends with these strangers. And they have honestly become my best friends. And I've been out of Tech Talent South for, I believe, 4 weeks now, and I speak to them almost every single day. I speak to at least half of the class I'm pretty good friends with, and I love it. And it's also great because you'll realize that you devoted the past 8 or 12 weeks, however long your program is, like focusing on coding, and you fall in love with it. And once you leave that environment, your regular friends don't care. You don't care, you don't understand, you think all this cool stuff you're building isn't that cool. Just like, oh yeah, Kristen, that's cool, that's great. They're going to become your best friends and best resources as well. It's amazing. And lastly, what I had no idea about before starting coding school, this is just beginning. You are always going to feel lost. You are always going to have to cram and learn new programming languages. There's always a new language. There's always a new framework. You're constantly learning. You're constantly faking it to make it. Like, you just have to be confident and understand that the learning curve is steep and it's a roller coaster. There are days when you feel like a god and days you feel like an absolute idiot because your syntax was off and you forgot a semicolon and it broke your entire code. So this is just the beginning. You just got to get used to the roller coaster, and it's amazing. I definitely love it. So thanks Tech Talent South and all my friends I've met through it.